you believe that Christians were targeted in Nashville school shooting? You believe that Christians were targeted?
I have no idea.
Josh Foley believes they were. What do you say to that?
Well, I probably don't then.
Probably don't.
I'm joking. No, I have no idea.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So you seen the intro. As if it wasn't bad enough that Joe Biden was joking leading up to talking about the Nashville shooting yesterday, he's asked a question about the Nashville shooting again, and he makes yet another joke. He doubles down on jokes when talking about this. I mean, I'm almost at a loss for words of what to say about Joe Biden, his ability and his fitness to be the president of this country. As a senator, he wasn't very good at his job. He didn't do much, wasn't very competent back then, and nothing much has really changed. You know, I got no faith in this guy. I haven't had faith in him and still have no faith in him. And while Dementia Joe continues to joke and muck around about what happened, you got people on the left coming out and being more worried about the fact that the shooter was misgendered than the fact that the shooter committed the crime of killing 6 innocent people and almost justifying what he did because of anti-trans legislation. Because people on the right and conservatives don't want to 100% submit to all the leftist demands and the demands of the trans community and LGBT community, because we don't want to, you know, let their ideology and the trans ideology corrupt the minds of the people we love the most and, you know, 100% take over and prevail in this country, we're seen as transphobes. And to these people, being a transphobe is pretty much the equivalent to being a murderer. I mentioned it yesterday in the video I did about the Nashville shooting that trans people in this country live in a world where they think that trans genocide is going on, that they're under attack. And that's what the media does not want to talk about. The media does not want to mention the rhetoric around trans issues, this extreme pandering to trans issues, going as far as to affirm all of their thoughts and notions that everyone who disagrees with them is a transphobe and wants to see them dead. The fact that if you live in a world where you think that's true, of course it could possibly push you to do something like go into a school and kill people, go into a Christian school and kill people. And these people, especially this lady right here, this woman who I'm about to show you guys speak, pretty much just affirms everything that I said. But let's roll the clip.
They obviously didn't release a motive as to why she shot up the school, but I have a pretty good guess. What have Christians been doing lately? They've been banning books about LGBT. They've been discriminating against the LGBT. They are banning drag shows. So people are screaming, oh my God, it's a hate crime against Christians. But how about they are the ones that were bullying her first?
Today, in my criminal justice courses, we discussed the Nashville shooting. And thankfully, my students raised awareness around the fact that a lot of the media is misgendering the shooter. Which, why do we care? They unalived like 6 people, including children. We do not condone that awful behavior, so screw them and everything they're associated with, right? Wrong, because in my area of study, of work, we look at the why. The why, in my opinion, is just as significant, if not more so, than the what. And I can't help but think this trans man targeted a Christian school that he attended, that he may have had very negative experiences at, how much the anti-LGBTQ legislation impacted his mental health to push him to this point.
What is wrong with these people? Notice how there is not a single shred of sympathy or empathy for the Christian community in a time like this, where at a Christian school, and I don't care what nobody says, I've seen people say that, oh, you know, just because kids go to a Christian school don't mean they're Christian. Just because teachers teach at a Christian school don't mean they're Christian. I don't care. You know, Christian parents are the ones that are most likely to take their children to a Christian school. You know, obviously a child isn't going to be 100% secured in their faith, but you got Christian parents sending their kids to Christian schools because they want them to grow up with, you know, Christian values. Where is the sympathy for these parents? Where is the sympathy for the Christian community? There is none. I don't see it anywhere on the left. I don't see it anywhere in the mainstream liberal media. I don't see it at all. And this just goes to show you where we are headed as a society. Wokeness The LGBT community, trans, this is all a religion. This is the new religion. It is becoming our new religion. So since the mainstream liberal media doesn't want to come out and just say exactly what it was, exactly what happened, people like me have to say exactly what happened. You have someone who identifies as transgender, went into a Christian school and shot teachers, shot staff members, and shot children. This person was 28 years old, former student of that school, and clearly targeted it for a reason. We've gotten body cam footage. We've gotten police testimony. We've gotten a lot of things, but we still haven't seen that manifesto. I can't wait to see what exactly was written in that manifesto, what type of, wild things might have been said or might have been written down. I think that'll be a very interesting find. Everyone knows that when there's a mass shooting in this country, people on the left and the mainstream liberal media always salivate at the tongue, waiting to see and confirm that it was a white person that did it so they could point to white nationalism, say that this country is deeply racist and white nationalists are the biggest problem we face in this country. Remember when the Club Q shooting happened, and I think that was Colorado, and then the shooter came out as non-binary. The mainstream media lost interest in that story very quickly because it didn't fit the narrative. They were hoping, they were praying that it was a white man that killed all those people so they could blame it on white nationalism. So whenever mass shootings and things like this happen, they never have a problem talking about, what the person identified as, what their ideology was, as long as it fits the narrative. But in this case, because it's a trans person, they got to skirt around it, try to be nice. What is there to be nice about? Look what they did.
We have no idea if the shooter was undergoing hormone therapy, but in the words of Congressman Green, quote, everyone can stop blaming guns now. Which is really code for focusing on the shooter's identity, something conservatives don't seem overly concerned about when the shooter is a white man, which is often. Trans people are already more likely to experience violence simply because they are trans people, so the right focusing on that is uniquely dangerous. And we have to respond to that. But it is also a distraction because there are plenty of trans people in plenty of countries all over the world. But once again, America is the only nation where shootings like this happen over and over again. So maybe it's not mental health or video games or hormones. Maybe it's the guns.
People on the left claim that the right loves to politicize this issue about guns and that, people on the right are holding up the gun issue because we don't want to ban AR-15s. Well, for people on the left, that is the politicization. That is the only goal, to ban the AR-15. The fact that we can't lay out the facts simply and talk in plain English about what happened with this shooting goes to show you just how politicized this is to them on the left as well, because now that this person is a trans person, notice how they're talking about it. They don't want to be direct and say exactly what their ideology was. They're too worried about hurting trans people's feelings and losing popularity within the trans community, and they clearly don't care at all about Christians, about people of faith. So they've completely moved on, skipped past everything, and went straight to guns bad, ban AR-15. Listen, I'm from Chicago. I have multiple firearms myself, and I had to get a background check done to get all of the guns. If you want to have a conversation about guns, we could have a conversation about guns and how hard it is to get guns and guns not being in the hands of people who shouldn't have them. We could have those discussions. But in an instance like this, we need to have a conversation about possible motives. We need to identify what this person believed in. We need to identify what type of mental illness this person had. We need to be talking about these type of things because it matters. That's all I got for you guys on this one. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe when you're at the door. And until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.